Good evening, everyone. Starting a little bit early on the live stream tonight. I did schedule the live stream for 6:30, but going to get a little bit of a jump. Going to get a jump start on the live stream. I hope the sound is okay. If it is, give the video a thumbs up. I'm not using any fancy equipment. I don't have any headphones. Just going real raw and real. Full-time effect here, coming to you from Kansas. Beautiful little spot here. I'm going to just kind of pan around and show you where I'm at inside this little picnic shelter. It's got a little picnic table there. I mean, check this out. It's like the perfect live streaming like studio going on out here in the wild here in Kansas. This looks like a little barbecue. You would set your little grill on, do some outdoor grilling, and we got this nice lawn over there. There's the fifth wheel. Pan around, show you the other side over here. Just beautiful countryside in Kansas. See how we can get this to where the light isn't going to be too bad. We do have some quite a bit of daylight left here, I would say. I'm only planning on going about an hour tonight. I don't have any kind of an agenda. I just thought I would just communicate with you guys, say hello, and just kind of touch you up to date with what I have going on this summer with my work camping job. I posted 2 videos today, both real time videos. They both happened today, and so I haven't made any announcements or anything, or really shared or talked about anything. I've just been really on a break from a lot of things here. Between when I last spoke to you guys in Quartzsite and now, other than putting on a lot more facial hair than I probably had last time, I've just been on a break and processing a lot of things and just figuring out the next chapter of my life. And I've got definitely have some fresh ideas, and I feel like some fresh new beginnings and some fresh new thought processes going in here to the future. So let's do this. What do we got on here tonight? We got Ariana. Hey Ariana. We got Elena. We got Casey. Elena. Charlie. Mike in Oregon. Hey Mike, what's up, man? And so good to see all of you guys. So yeah, it's here in Minnesota. I'm going on my way to Minnesota. A friend of mine, Scott, with his YouTube channel RV Bandwagon. He is managing a KOA park in Jordan, Minnesota, and he asked me if I would be interested in coming on and being a work camper. And it's going to be a combination of doing some hands-on work, and also probably some managing, a little bit of leading some of the other folks that are work camping. So kind of be a little bit of a combination of a few things. Definitely looking forward to it and excited about it. It's definitely going to be something different than what I've done before. I've actually never haven't done a work camping like this situation. So I'll be working 40 or more hours a week, and I'll have a full hookup site that will be comped into my work camping package. So it works out, really sweet. And it's going to go from now until October, I think about the 15th or so of October, and then the park shuts down. They close the park, and it's done for the winter time. This park is only open from between April and October, and so yeah, it's I've done a little bit of research. This has all kind of happened pretty fast, like within the last few weeks of just making this decision to go up there. and I've been kind of just in a place of just in between and trying to, been doing a lot of soul searching and just kind of figuring out, within this last few months of when I last saw you guys, spoke to you guys in Quartzsite. And so that's like a quick summary of what I'll be doing this summer. But I'm gonna be doing mostly a lot of maintenance tasks and activity within the park. And then kind of a jack of all trades. It's just a whole bunch of other things. So it's kind of the situation where it's going to be filling in for people because the work campers they have days off, and so it's going to be filling in, but it's going to be something different, something unique. It's under brand new ownership. So the park actually just changed owners, and so we're kind of starting with a fresh slate is my understanding, and starting some maybe changing up some of the processes that we're currently in place to improve them and make them better for the customers. So anyways, yeah, it's gonna be a great experience, and I'm looking forward to it. And also, being here in the Midwest, and this is so far just kind of being out here. This has been I think it's definitely been a change of perspective, and that's to toot my own horn or whatever again. It's definitely, I think, something needed, for me, a different change in perspective, and I feel like I've had a real good chance to kind of experience, the West Coast, the states, Arizona and everything, and California, Oregon, Washington. I'm originally from Washington, and then I moved down to Oregon and really got to experience a lot of Oregon for the years that I was there. And so yeah, something different, something it's getting me out traveling more, and the Midwest is there's a lot to I don't know. I think there's a lot of things to see and do. I mean, there's a lot of things to see and do all over America. I don't think you can really get. I think your imagination is the limiting factor, and whatever your stereotypes are and whatever belief systems you have about things. I think when you get out and you start to travel around, you break down a lot of those stereotypes and misconceptions that you were brought up with, or who you hung out with, or whatever your family said about whatever. You come out here in different places, and you may change your perspective, and then and also you might go back to places that you were originally from, and you might be like, wow, this isn't that bad here. It's actually pretty nice here. And when you used to, I don't know, call it a less desirable area or city or what have you. So anyways, that's the beauty of traveling, and that's why one of the reasons I really want to go, and I really want to get out and do like world travel, and visit other places in the world, because I really think that it just changes your perspective when you come back here, and it just makes you, I think, appreciate just all of the blessings that we have here in America, despite whatever's being said in the media, and there's still a lot of opportunity here, and it just takes a right mindset to to go after it. So take a break here for a minute. Got a kind of a nice sunset going on. Oh, there you go, a little bit right there. Sunset going on. The bugs aren't biting too much at all. A little bit of breeze in the air. There definitely was some humidity in the air this afternoon. You could definitely feel some of the humidity a bit, but not like totally tolerable. I think it was like maybe a high of 80 degrees today. So let me see who we got on. Any good questions? Like I said, I'm only planning on going probably no more than an hour tonight. So just going through reading you guys' comments. Elena, I get I get alerted when you come alive. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely been in hibernation. Definitely been in hibernation, but it's been a really good thing. And I'm not I'm not like a big YouTuber. I mean, I really don't make a living from doing YouTube. It's really been a side hustle for me. Probably poorly executed, a poorly executed side hustle. But then again, not necessarily. I mean, I wasn't really, I've never really YouTube. There's a lot of things with YouTube. I can honestly say this, though. I think that I really got burned out with just doing the whole RVing thing, living in the RV, and I just feel that it's really kind of played out. So I've definitely been going into the future here with YouTube. I really would like to get more, in a niche, doing something in a groove, doing something rather than just like I said, the whole the living in the RV thing. As much as I still enjoy doing that, it's just kind of been I've kind of just lost a lot of. It's not really like my passion, if you will. It's not. I mean, I do this. I mean, I love I mean, I do love living. I do love living here on the road and stuff, but I think it's just the vlogging. It's the content that I've kind of lost some interest with, and with just because I just feel like it's I don't know. I'd rather kind of make content about other things that kind of just get me really excited, get me really juiced about, and what would that be? For me it would be like the power, more of the power sports and the Banshees and the Santoys, and really kind of going in depth with that. But I think I'm going to be putting that on hold for right now. So I'll kind of talk a little bit more later about that. So there's someone behind, excuse me, behind me at a picnic table with their dog. I don't know if you can see them or not. So hopefully I'm not invading their invading their space at all. Everything under the sun. Howdy, what's going on? I need my tablet with me so I can scroll through and read your comments instead of doing it on the screen like this. So it's very low tech this evening. This live stream is very low tech. PK, did you get rid of all of your stuff before heading out? I do not rent a storage locker anymore. I have all of my tools and my ATV is being stored at a friend's house in Florence, and so everything that I own is with me in the fifth wheel. However, I did do a bunch of purging over this last few months, and I did get rid of a lot of things to just to purge some things, to get rid of a lot of things that I just don't need anymore. Michael in Oregon, is your truck a 12-valve diesel? Yes, it is. It's a 1997, the last year of that engine. They did make it in 98, about mid-year, they made it, and then they transitioned over to the 24-valve. So it does have the very proven, reliable diesel engine, all mechanical, no electronics. If something goes wrong with it, it's very simple to diagnose and fix and repair. But I have been I have a desire to get into a newer truck. I would really I'm putting out my dreams out there into the world. I would really love to get an F450 with probably an F450 crew cab long bed, 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. I could probably be just fine with a 2-wheel drive, but a truck like that would move me into this truck here. I have owned for let's see, 11 years. This is my 11th year owning this truck. It's been super reliable. It's just it has it needs some work done to it. It needs a paint job, and there's some modifications I would like to do to the engine to crank it up a little bit, more reliably to get about another 100 horsepower out of it, plus maybe an additional 100 horsepower in torque, which would really make it a lot better than it is right now, because it's a real dog on the hills. I have a hard time, I've got to really gear down to in a really steep hill situations. I have to gear down to as low as second gear, but the engine will pull this load, this fifth wheel, over any steep incline at about 35 miles an hour in second gear, which isn't too much, and it does it like without a lot of strain on the engine. The engine doesn't overheat or anything like that. So, but an F450 would, it's real. So at this point in the game, I call it a game, the game of your rig, your vehicles, you have to kind of do a cost benefit analysis of, do I want to throw, $10,000 more into this vehicle, or would I be better off just going into the marketplace and buying what it is that I want, which is an F450 with a high payload capacity, to where I can haul any size truck camper and not be limited, and then I can also tow any size trailer that I would need to put my toys in my garage into, and an F450 would serve that need for probably forever, unless I wanted to change into a motorhome or something like that, which that's also up on the drawing board too, as a consideration, is a motorhome, going to a motorhome. But the F450 just gives me a lot of different, I could do truck camper, I could do fifth wheel toy hauler, and then I would probably get something with the 6.7 engine in it, and then like an early 6.7 engine, and then maybe do like an EGR delete on it or something like that. I would register it in a state, in a county where they wouldn't do any kind of emission testing or what have you. So I probably would do something like that. But going back to Mike here, Mike was asking me about the truck, but that's my truck, and that's really what I've been thinking about with the future. So anyways, I think that's really the best thing to do most of the time, is to visualize in your head, visualize in your mind the your outcome, your end outcome that you really want. Okay, with no limits. I mean, within reason, and then work backwards from that point, for what you want. And so I think that that's really good advice. I think when it comes to just about everything, just figure out what it is that you want and then work backwards from that point. So, but this truck here that I have, I could put about $10,000 into it, and it would be a great truck, and it would last probably, I would say at least another 100,000 miles. About a year ago, I did put a new front end on the truck. I put new lower and upper ball joints on the truck. I put about $2,000 into the front end on the truck. So the front end is like all brand new, and it's all tight, and the steering components are all good. The alignment is good. The transmission I had rebuilt on the truck about a month or two after I bought it in 2011, and I had that all gone through, and that's been like, really reliable, and I haven't had any problems whatsoever with the transmission. One of the things I do is I maintain it very well. At the minimum every 2 years, I have the transmission oil serviced, the filter and the oil serviced, and then doing the band adjustments. That's another important thing. So it's a really simple truck to maintain. I mean, I do most of all the maintenance and stuff on it myself. But the newer, when you get into like that newer F450, it's many years in technology ahead of this one in a lot of ways, from engine performance to braking. You go from a 16-inch wheel and tire to a 19.5-inch wheel and tire, so that gives you more payload. You don't have to make any modifications to the truck. There's no suspension modifications you have to do. You basically buy a good solid turnkey vehicle. One of my other ideas I've also thought about doing, and I know that this would be like really cool project to do and to film and vlog it, make videos about it, which would be taking the engine out of the Dodge truck, the 12 valve engine, and finding an F450 with a blown 6.4 engine, which the those of you that don't know, the 6.4 diesel engine that was put in the Ford trucks from about 2008 to 2011. I may be off with a year there. That engine has been, it's been termed as like a garbage engine or a throwaway motor, and so they had a lot of problems to them, and then that's when they went to the 6.7, and that became a superior engine. And so I thought about trying to find a blown 6.4 truck, and there are shops that do these conversions that would take the engine out of my truck and do a swap, convert it into that truck. However, I'm still going to have to do some modifications to this engine to increase the horsepower. And so, it becomes kind of this project vehicle, and you're going to probably end up having, X amount of money in it. But I've seen what these converted trucks sell for, and they are selling for a lot of money. I mean, especially with this engine in it, because this engine is a real proven, it's a proven engine, so it's very highly sought after. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you would. Appreciate it. So doing the engine swap to another truck, that I've thought a lot about doing that, but excuse me, again, it's kind of this, it's this project vehicle, and when it's all said and done, you're probably better off just going and buying what it is that you want than doing these conversions and stuff. But because I would definitely need some assistance in doing that, because there's driveline modifications that would have to be made. There's a couple of videos on YouTube that people have done it. So drivelines have to be modified, and the transfer case mount has to be moved back more. So, but it's definitely doable. Just reading your guys' comments. How did you like Northern Arizona? That's a good question. So after I talked to you guys in Quartzsite, sun is going down here a little bit. After I talked to you guys in Quartzsite, I was down there for about a couple of months until March. I was in the Quartzsite area. I kind of moved in a little bit further to closer to Phoenix. There's another BLM area closer to Phoenix, kind of outside of Buckeye. I forget the name of it. I always forget the name of it. And so I went and lived with my friend in Anthem, Arizona, which is just north of Phoenix. And I put my my RV, my fifth wheel, into storage. And I went and lived with my friend for a couple of months, and basically lived with him, and thought through, just some things a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about. And so I didn't actually end up going up to northern Arizona, Prescott, Cottonwood, but however, I was doing just a lot of research, into moving up there, and even in Phoenix. And I think it just kind of, for me, as of this, at this time, it's just kind of it's a lifestyle change, and I'm not really I don't know, I'm just not really down for right now. I feel, I've still got the a little bit of the travel bug in me, and really, I think just continuing to give it more shots, living this lifestyle that I am right now. And so that's really what I've decided to do. I know I can always go back there if I want, but the whole notion of at this time, I'm just not feeling exiting what I have and, going into an apartment and getting another, full-time job. The rents, Arizona used to be, and I knew this before I went there, but after being there, doing a lot of research, Arizona used to be, one of the incentives of living in Arizona was it was a very low cost of living. Well, not anymore. and even in most places in Arizona, it's become very, like California, prices, and I'm talking real estate. Rents are very expensive. I mean, to rent an apartment in Phoenix in a decent area that I would want to live, we'd be looking at anywhere between $1,200 and $1,500 a month, plus food and plus a bunch of other expenses, and the wages and stuff there are they're getting a little better, but it's a high cost of living area, and then when you factor in the summer, the 4 months, good solid 4 months of summer, of basically having to needing to live in air conditioning for 4 months out of the year because it's 110, and then at night it gets down to maybe 90 degrees. So you factor in a lot of these things, and then we all kind of come to our own conclusions. But I think for me at this time, for what I'm really looking to do, it just wasn't the best choice for me, the best decision to plant and settle down. So anyways, I'm getting like way off track with what your original question, but I'm sure that there's a lot of other people that are curious to know as to why I didn't end up staying there, settling down, because I know that's what I had originally said in the last video that I had posted when I was in Quartzsite, that I was moving there permanently. And so through the four or so months of being there, I thought a lot of things through, and just this is where I'm at right now. So yeah. But northern, that is one of the northern Arizona is beautiful. I think that that central area there, Prescott, and again, Prescott is just very expensive, very, very expensive area. It didn't used to be. Well, what was used to be 20 years ago, Dalton? Yeah. So everything, I think it's a real unfair comparison to talk about the cost of living and stuff. I mean, not that I'm looking for a cheap place to live, but I am looking, I am looking for value. So yeah, but it's, it's amazing. I mean, you can be in Phoenix and then you can drive to Flagstaff when it's 100 degrees in Phoenix, and go to Flagstaff and it'll like be in the 70s. So Arizona is an amazing place with a lot of different climates. Another area that I was looking into was Sierra Vista, which was down south. And that's actually, I didn't go and visit the area, but I was tempting to get in the fifth wheel and go down there. There are several RV parks there. There's a couple of RV parks there that, I could have stayed with. But the nice part about Sierra Vista, it's at a higher elevation, so you don't get the temperatures in heat that you would if you were in Phoenix. And it's what is it community? It's a community of maybe 30,000 people. So there's definitely some industry there. There's not much there. It's kind of a retirement community, and there's also a military base there. But that is one community that I was kind of looking at, possibly just moving to, and getting into the community. So my friend that I was staying with in Anthem, he is in commercial real estate, and so I got a chance to reconnect with him, and I did learn and pick up a few things from him. And so, and I'm out looking at some deals. I'm out looking at some commercial deals. I'm looking at, RV parks. I'm looking at mobile home parks. I'm looking at storage, looking at self-storage, looking at, that's one of the reasons why I'm excited about this opportunity to be working in this RV park. This is a KOA, so it's a franchise system of parks, but I'm going to learn and get an understanding of what it takes to operate, run, and maintain an RV park, so that when I'm potentially out looking at a park to purchase, to buy, I'm going to have a better understanding of the expenses involved and the management involved and so forth. So I've definitely reconnected myself with real estate more right now. So I'm definitely out looking at deals. I do have some funding sources available to buy. So I am looking. So if you know of any properties around in this area for sale, let me know. Hey Kelly, how you doing, man? Ariana, I lived in Sierra Vista for a few years, then moved to Bisbee. In Sierra Vista, it's Fort I am butchering that name. Hayuka. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. That's the town it depends on. Yeah, that's what I thought in doing a lot of research. And it also kind of seemed like, I know that there's a lot of there's a few strip malls that are for sale there, and so that's kind of not a good sign that some of these things are for sale. So, but there's what is it? There's a Home Depot there. There's a Walmart there. They do have some pretty big anchor stores there, but yeah, not a lot of jobs. Not a lot of jobs there. Mostly service level jobs and some government level jobs. So I think that would be the one thing of if that would be an area that you would want to really invest in or what have you. So at least that's kind of the conclusion I came to. But a deal is a deal. So make a deal work in real estate. If the numbers are right, you can make be profitable. Unless you're in a in a war zone or an area where people are not moving to. That's definitely not an area that you want to be investing in. Huachuca. Oh, Huachuca. Oh, Huachuca. Okay, I was way off. Huachuca. PK, did you follow the Mr. Money Mustache path to early retirement? No. No. I did read many years ago. I did read a lot of Mr. Money Mustache's content and material. I really don't go over there too much anymore. I kind of feel like I've moved, beyond. I've moved, to some other levels. I think that a lot of he has a lot of good. There's a lot of good content on his site. However, I'm kind of the belief that you need to find somebody similar that was kind of on a similar path that you were on, and kind of how did that person get to be where they are? Did they I don't know, did they have a super high income level job when they started out and they saved that money? Well, if you don't have a super high income level job, then that's probably not the person that you should be taking advice from. You need to find somebody who was in maybe a similar path to you, and they found success through the path, through that path. So anyways, he's got a lot of good, he has a lot of good things on there. Anyways, I'm getting off into my opinions, but I think that it's kind of it sort of became kind of a little cultish, I think, the Mr. Money mustache. And so which I guess I kind of got I got a little bit, I guess, turned off from some of that some of that nonsense. But there's a lot of good personal finance things out there. I really do believe, though, that whatever it is that you're trying to learn or go after, or whatever your goals are, you've got to really surround yourself. Okay, this is really important. The power of association. You got to really surround yourself with people who have achieved what it is that you want to achieve. So if it's buying an apartment building, you gotta hang around people who own apartment buildings. Okay. Same thing, online business. If you want to build an online business, you've got to get around other people who have built an online business. And we're living in an age right now where there really isn't any limits. I mean, the information and the education is freely available now. podcasts. I mean, that was the other thing. I've also been looking at laundromats for sale. I've been studying buying laundromats and car washes, and so that's another one. Car washes too. I've been studying those things, and there's some fantastic podcasts on Spotify that there's a lot of business owners, people that own these assets that are freely sharing how they acquired them, how they manage them, what their expenses are, how to raise capital to purchase these assets. And so so that's really, I think, what I have to say about that. Like my friend who's in commercial real estate, I got to just through hanging out and associating with him, I got to really learn the language, the terms, the funding, the financing, how the process of these deals from start to begin, and like how these things are done. Funding partners, equity partners. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can get involved in these commercial real estate deals. Seller financing, and so yeah, you got to really. I think it's really super important to just hang out with people, work for free. That's another way too. It's probably one of the best things, I think, to really get into anything. Like what I'm doing right now, I am going to be making a salary and also getting a place to live and park. But I'm going to be learning the business of RV park operations. The operations of an RV park. So yeah, it's work for free. If there's something that you want to learn how to do, but maybe you don't have all the resources yourself, maybe you don't have all the connections yourself, there are people out there who do, and just put yourself out there to them and ask them, can I work for you for free? And like, give value to them, and they'll probably want to, give value, back to you. So, just a little quick sharing here on the tubes. Storage facilities are making excellent money currently as well. Ever considered that type of business to purchase? Yes, actually, my friend, he has been. That's been one of his asset classes that he has been involved in, is self-storage, and he has put deals together and managed deals and managed property. One of the things that, at least through hanging out with him, one of the things I kind of gathered. I mean, there's a lot of competition, people chasing after storage, at least right now on the market. At least that's kind of the vibe that I got from him. And so, because I know his business is focused on self-storage acquisition, so he is actively out there looking to buy self-storage. But it doesn't mean that, when I say that it's competitive, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go and buy it. It just means that I think that from the past, there's a lot more people that are out there looking for those deals. But there is still, the thing that I don't think most people realize with self-storage is that most of the owners of self-storage are mom and pop operators. It's like 60 to 80% of all of the facilities in the United States of America are all owned by small mom and pop operators. And so the hedge funds and the public storages and the REITs, that's not the large percentage of owners. So that's kind of why a lot of people are doing that. So yeah, when I'm out here, driving around, and it's one of the things I've been doing is trying to, pick certain markets to look at, Omaha, Sioux Falls, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Sioux City, Iowa. I'm going to be traveling through those cities, and I'm going to be looking at some things, looking at some laundromats, looking at some car washes, just trying to, at least, just driving up and seeing what's out there and seeing some of the condition of the properties, and, always asking people, are you, would you consider selling? Are you thinking about selling? So you never know the situation, but yeah, self-storage, it definitely is and there's small facilities, I think that, what I know, you're really better off trying to get into a larger facility, so, that means getting your funding sources together rather than a small facility. A small facility is probably going to require more, the profit margins will probably be lower. and it may require a little bit more, more hands-on than a larger, facility would. But there's a lady on YouTube. Her name is Stacy Rossetti, and she has a YouTube channel, and she buys a lot of small self-storage facilities in what tertiary markets, which would be third markets. You got first market, second markets, and third markets. So the like size of the market. So she buys a lot of those kind of facilities. So, but it's going to probably be the smaller ones are going to, could quite possibly be a little bit more hands-on. But that's where the management side comes into things, and you come up with strategies to manage them. My friend, he managed like a 300 unit self-storage facility from Phoenix, Arizona, and that one was I think it was in South Carolina. So, and he did it all from afar. I don't think he didn't show up very often to the facility. They had a lot of the systems automated in the facility. Hey, what's going on? Believe in Jesus, Oregon Coast, Beach Bum Dave. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Good to see you, Dave. The sun is going down. We're at 41 minutes. Got some cattle grazing over here. Let's see if we can scroll in a little bit there. I just messed up the screen. Oh, there we go. I'll just kind of leave it at that. So yeah, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to going up to Minnesota. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll be. I plan to. Well, I just really messed up the zoom on the camera. There we go. I'll just leave it at that. So, where are we at? Almost 45 minutes. Have a good night, Ariana. Thanks for coming by. Have a good night. Oh man, all this talking makes my throat really dry. So who else we have on here tonight? I missed the first part. How long is your contract in Minnesota? It's going to go from now until October. So about the first week of October, I believe. Yeah, and then I'll be free to go from there. So. I really screwed up the zoom on here. I don't know what, trying to shrink it back again. Sorry, guys. showing you around a little bit where I'm at. That's it. Change the scenery around a little bit here for you guys. Other than looking at my head. That's out. I guess I forgot to ask. I guess the signal, the internet. I guess the signal's coming in okay. The sound's coming in okay. I guess if it wasn't, you guys would have said something. So what's new with you guys? Anything going on? Tell me what you guys been up to. Thanks again for the thumbs up. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream. It is quiet here, though. It's really amazing. You know, you can. This afternoon, I was just sitting on the grass out here. It's like you do sometimes feel like you're in another world when you're out here. It's because it's just like there's just not a lot of people. You get the whole place yourself. Kelly, I need to convince Teresa we need to get another fifth sheet and get back on the another fifth wheel and get back on the road. Oh, Kelly McCoy. Okay, I was thinking of oh, sorry, dude. Now I'm sorry. I know who you are now, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly and Teresa. Yeah, okay. By you mentioning Teresa, that reminded me. I remembered now who you were. So please pardon and excuse me, but I remember you now. It's good to see you, Kelly. I hope you're doing well. I think last I talked to you, you were in Shoalo, Arizona. Are you still in Shoalo? I'm not going to give your address out. I don't know where you live exactly. Man, I really screwed the zoom up on this thing. It's zooming in like too much right now. So I've tried to zoom it out, but I think I screwed it up. I need to understand how to make that adjustment. Gonna bring you guys back over here. This is like the perfect live stream location right here. It's like perfect. I got this little, shelter set up here. I got a little table here. It's got my hotspot and my my little Patriot battery pack with my AT&T Mobility internet device. This is what I'm streaming the live stream from. My internet hotspot. So you want to get another fifth wheel, huh? Well, that's good. There we go. That's a little bit better light. Well, that's what I can do. I can just pan it around. I've got this really cool, it's a Geek A Geekoto tripod. Great tripod. I can just spin it. I can just pan it around like that. But it's not liking the light when I do that over there. "51 minutes, so about another 9 minutes to go, and I'm going to shut her down, guys." Oh, they even have check this out. They even have water. They've got a water spigot at this rest area that I'm at. It's pretty cool. You can get water. Yeah, it is just beautiful out here. Just really, 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 really nice place to be right now. It's June 2nd. Probably just a perfect time of year to be here. So yeah, Kelly, you need to get a fifth wheel and come work camping. Lots of opportunities out here. How to get you back on the road again. Yeah, that was a really nice fifth wheel that you had. You had a Wildcat. I know that you had a really nice solar system on it. Just reading your guys' comments, seeing if I'd missed any. Did Camp host gig in Oregon before we left there? Oh, okay. Yeah, this work camping job I'm going to be doing, it's pretty cool. I mean, it pays an hourly wage and also overtime. You know, if you go over probably 40 hours, I believe they pay overtime. Plus, they give you a full comped site, no metering of electricity, water. They also have propane at this park, and there are, I believe there are washing and drying facilities also. So, I mean, the KOAs, they're really I think, a step above a lot of, privately owned campgrounds. So it's going to be interesting. Lots to learn, lots to see, lots to do. I think there's a camping world like right across the street from the campground. It's in a pretty good location. So it's about 15 minutes, I believe, outside of Jordan, which is a smaller town, and then it's probably maybe a half an hour outside of Minneapolis. So oh, it was a Cougar. That's right, a Cougar. Yes, now I remember. A Cougar. I think it was an aluminum framed Cougar. Yeah. I wish mine was aluminum framed. It would be a lot lighter. Mine isn't too bad. I mean, I think mine. What does mine have? Mine has a. Oh, I think it's about a 10,000 pound like dry weight, I think, and then it's around 11,000 pounds. My trailer. It's heavy. It's a heavy trailer, but it's also it's well made. It's well built. Really solid. You know, when you're inside, the floors don't you don't have any wavy floors or anything. It's really solid when you walk on it. Dry was 7,800 with a double slide. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good weight. That's a pretty good weight. I think mine came in at like 10.1 dry weight, I think. Definitely helps out a little bit with your gas mileage, but you're not, you know, when you get into RVs and fifth wheels and motorhomes, you're not in this for the gas mileage. You just kind of forget about all of that. I don't even want to tell you guys what I've been spending on this trip to come up here. Actually, it hasn't been that bad. It's just every time I fill up, you know, it's, I don't know, 110, 120, $130. So it's only money. It's just fiat currency, you know. It's just this stuff right here. Just little dollar bills. It's completely worthless. It's not backed by anything other than debt. That's right, debt. This currency. The only thing that keeps it value is the debt that we have with it. Anyways, okay, that's going on to a whole nother discussion. And no, this is not the George Gammon channel. This is the keeping it real with Dalton channel. Pulling the fifth wheel, the power stroke got about 14. Yeah, that's good. My I was getting about 12. If I'm on a flat, like when I pull this in California, you know, like between Sacramento and Bakersfield, I mean, I can get like 12 miles to the gallon with this because it's flat and there's really you're not putting much of a load on the engine. One of the things I have been doing, I've been putting Marvel Mystery Oil in my tank after I fill up, putting about 6 to 8 ounces in every fill up, and that does help with some of my gas mileage. I can probably get maybe another 1 or 2 miles per gallon increase in miles per gallon if I put that stuff in, and so I just think that's really good stuff. Another thing that I've done too in the past is I put automatic transmission fluid in the tank, and that helps too with some of the mileage, and keeps the the engine a little bit better lubricated. But that Marvel Mystery Oil is good stuff, and it's pretty cost effective to buy. I mean, it's cheap. You can buy a bottle of it for like $5 or $6 at Walmart. All right, guys, it's 59:36, almost an hour. I'm going to be shutting it down here. So I really appreciate you guys coming on tonight. It's been great to communicate with you all. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for thanks for following along all these years, and I really do appreciate all your support. And I hope that I have inspired you to come out, don't be afraid, and live your life, enjoy things, and go after your goals and go after your dreams. Dreams and goals, they don't do themselves. You got to go and do them. So I'm going to leave you with that, guys. Love y'all. Good night. See you next time.